Now, you don't need me to tell you that we are living in a time of deep insecurity on some of the most basic levels, including economic, shelter, and nutrition. I tend to think of these three as a linked trinity because each influences the other. Right now, though, I'm going to address the two that I think are particularly problematic in D.C. and the greater DMV: housing and food. Both are issues nationwide, but they seem especially malignant here at home: housing and food. Recent reporting in the DCist by way of Street Sense Media and the DC Line shed some light for me on the extent of DC's continuing public housing problems and the sheer estimated numbers of people impacted by them. I'll tell you, they're overwhelming. When an individual or a family finds themselves down on their luck housing-wise in DC, they have a limited number of options. They can either turn to friends and family or the DC Housing Authority for public housing assistance or rent vouchers. Now, finding yourself in need, you go in, you sign up for the DC housing wait list, and you wait for your name to come up to the top. Easy, right? Well, that's a wait that could take years, up to and past a decade, owing to the fact that there are thousands of people ahead of you. Wait, did I say thousands? Try 40,000 as of last January. So here's a question I have. What are the folks to do in the meantime? And what are we doing to help them? I see apartment buildings going up all around us, but how much of it is going to be affordable? My guess is not much. In the meantime, the list grows, and with it grows that insecurity. Speaking of which, the number of Americans living with food insecurity, or a lack of consistent access to enough food for every person in a household to live an active, healthy life, has also been on the rise. A report from the Capital Area Food Bank, their Hunger Report 2022, shows that in 2021, a third of the DC region, or 1.2 million people, did not know where their next meal was coming from. 1.2 million people. Now, I wonder how many of them are also unhoused. And you can see why I linked them together. Per the report, Prince George's County had the most food insecurity at 48%. DC and Prince William County tied at 36%, and Arlington County had the lowest at 21%. Now understand something. All things being considered, the DMV is a relatively prosperous area, and yet 1 million of us are suffering daily. Now, I know some of you guys are saying to yourself, how does this affect me? I have a home. I have food because I work. Well, yes, you do. But as the last few years have shown us, you can very quickly fall on hard times. But even if you don't, the negative impacts of the insecurity on them will in the long run affect you and me. There is no escaping this fact, so we need to address these issues instead of turning a blind eye. The numbers are growing, so it behooves us all to see to it that our leaders address them in the best manner possible. And remember the proverb, "There but for the grace of God go I."